Christians think that their spiritual act of worship is getting involved with a local church. If you remember Abraham, he never got involved with a local church. When he heard from God, it was because he was alone with God out beneath the stars. Abraham heard from God and he obeyed God, and it was accounted to him as righteousness because he followed and he obeyed what he heard. The same with David. David was not part of a church group and plugged into a church ministry when he was out there with his sheep. He was just out watching the sheep and praising the Lord. He was separate from worldly things. And anyone who wants to come to the Father and have a relationship with Him must be separate from worldly things. These Christians that say you have to be part of church ministry, you have to get plugged in order to hear from God, are lying to you. Get separate from these Christians because they do not have your well-being in mind. Jesus has your well-being in mind. And it is better to be alone and right with Jesus and obeying Him than to be connected to all the ministries in church, looking like you're doing good, but having no relationship with Jesus Christ. Too many Christians are plugged in. They have their ministries. They are connected to all the things that the church do, but they actually have very little to no relationship with Jesus. It is better to stay separate and to be doing the things that we are actually called to do, such as taking care of our own family, speaking the truth to people like our neighbors that are around us, taking the car to the mechanic, getting groceries, going to work, all those things that we do in our normal day, to be giving God glory on our normal day. Those are the things that Jesus has called us to do. He hasn't called us to be plugged into Christian ministries such as the church tells us we need to be doing. Make sure that you're really following Jesus and not part of the hypocrisy that is in church. Don't listen to the lies of Satan when he says you're not really following Jesus because you're not part of the Christian ministry.